Parents, families, friends, and honored guests, my name is Rye Winans, and I'm a proud senior of the class of 2023. It is my privilege to stand before you to open the annual commencement ceremony of St. Inez High School. Will you please stand and join me in the salute to our nation's flag and remain standing for the national anthem, which will be performed by local red. Ready? Begin. Please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be performed by Opal Ray.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Good evening. I am Natalia Contreras, and I'm the ASB Vice President. On behalf of the St. Inez High School Class of 2023, we would like to welcome you to our graduation ceremony. In an effort to make this special event a pleasant one for everyone, we ask for your help. Please refrain from using any noisemakers such as air horns or other similar devices. Everyone would like to hear their graduate's name called. However, we do encourage your whistles and applause. We would like to say thank you to our parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, and classmates who have helped us reach this milestone in our lives.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Ana Degollado y tuve el honor de ser la presidenta de ASB este año. En nombre de la Escuela Santa Inés, clase de 2023, les extendemos una cordial bienvenida a nuestra ceremonia de graduación. Les pedimos su ayuda con el fin de lograr que este evento sea una bonita experiencia para todos. Les pedimos que, por favor, se abstengan de usar cosas que hagan ruido, tales como cornetas de aire u otros artículos similares. Apoyamos sus silbidos y sus aplausos. Como muchos de los estudiantes de frente de mí, no solo soy primera generación, sino también estudiante de primera generación universitaria. De jóvenes, mis papás decidieron emigrar a los Estados Unidos, abrirles las puertas de oportunidad a sus hijos. Entonces quisiera extender mi más grande agradecimiento a los padres inmigrantes, quienes tuvieron que decirle adiós a su patria para darles a sus hijos una mejor oportunidad. Y a los padres, quienes trabajaron horas extras y tal vez no pudieron asistir a todos nuestros eventos importantes para mantener un techo sobre nuestras cabezas. Los alumnos del frente de mí no solo nos muestran sus logros académicos esta noche, pero también somos un recordatorio de que los esfuerzos y sacrificios de nuestros padres sí valieron la pena. Quisiera felicitar a los alumnos de primera generación por todas las veces que no nos sentimos ni de aquí ni de allá, por todas las veces que no teníamos a quien pedirle ayuda y por todas las veces que tuvimos que traducir documentos del doctor y nuestros padres se enojaban porque no sabíamos traducir términos médicos a los 7 años. Aunque nuestros caminos fueron distintos, hemos llegado aquí gracias a nuestro valor y persistencia a la hora de enfrentar las barreras que conlleva ser una familia de primera generación. Este valle no fuera lo que es sin las familias inmigrantes. También queremos dar las gracias a los maestros, consejeros, administradores y alumnos que nos ayudaron a lograr esta meta en nuestras vidas. No podría estar más feliz de pasar un momento tan especial con personas tan especiales. A la clase a 2023 sí se pudo. Disfruten de nuestra ceremonia. Gracias.
I additionally want to thank the parents who have volunteered at numerous school events, and especially those who have stepped up and taken charge of all senior events this year. I have been heavily involved in ASB and the planning of almost every school event we've had within the last 3 years, and I can confidently say that without our parent volunteers, it would be almost impossible. Like Ada said, we are both deeply appreciative of the sacrifices our parents made for us to be here in front of you today, both being daughters of immigrants. But we also recognize that sacrifices look different for everyone. We want to thank you parents for your time, donations, sacrifices, and most of all, your unconditional love shown towards us as we navigate this new chapter in our lives. Please enjoy the ceremony.
First of all, thank you, Natalia and Ada. Appreciate that. Isn't it great to hear parents thanked? Awesome. Good evening. My name is Michael Niehoff. I'm the proud principal of San Ynez Valley Union High School. I'd like to sincerely welcome everyone to our graduation ceremony, honoring our amazing class of 2023. I would like to welcome to tonight's graduation members of the San Ynez Valley Union High School Board of Trustees. They are Chris Johnson, Sherry Noble, Kathy Grace Velasquez, Jose Wanibata, and Suzanne Shihab. I would also like to recognize our district superintendent, Mr. Andrew Schwab, and I would like to recognize our faculty and staff here tonight. Thank you very much. I'd also this time like to invite up our faculty representative of this evening for the class of 2023. He is the 2024 Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, Mr. Greg Wolf. He will be joining Mr. Wolf will be senior at City Guerrero. Before we begin, we have 2 special recognitions this evening. First of all, the class of 2023 lost a classmate in 9th grade named Connor Graciano. In remembrance of Connor, the senior class has reserved a chair amongst his classmates, complete with cap and gown. The senior class has not forgotten their classmate, Connor Graciano. We also have another senior who could not be here this evening under very different circumstances. Senior Zoe Kazali underwent life-saving heart transplant surgery over the weekend and is already impressing her doctors at Children's Hospital Los Angeles with the strength and spirit that makes her such a valuable member of our community. Many of you might know her as a student and dancer, as well as dance teacher, the president of the Environmental Club, as well as our ASB board representative. We're thinking of you, Zoe Kazali. And although Zoe could not be here tonight, she is watching this ceremony online, and we want to celebrate her accomplishments as she begins her journey to recovery, which is already underway. Once again, congratulations, Zoe. Get well soon. Each of the graduates sitting here on this beautiful field this evening in anticipation of what tomorrow will bring have met all the requirements to earn their high school diploma. But most importantly, they've brought their own unique skills, talents, and personalities to make up this distinctive and one-of-a-kind class. Some thrive academically. Some thrive in athletics. Others are artists, performers, creatives, thinkers, technologists, and even entrepreneurs. In addition, members of this graduating class have participated in a number of clubs and organizations with the goal of giving back to their community through volunteer service. No matter how you slice it up, these amazing seniors have shown true resiliency in the face of uncommon times. The class of 2023 has produced 33 graduates with highest honors, 25 CSF lifetime members, 35 National Honor Society members, 39 students are receiving the Golden State Seal Merit Diploma, and 19 who have earned their California State Seal of Biliteracy. I would also like to acknowledge and celebrate our 94 seniors who received well over $200,000 in scholarships, as well as dozens of department awards. This represents well over 50% of the seniors getting recognized by various community members for their outstanding curricular and co-curricular accomplishments. Nearly 50 community groups, nonprofit partners, and individuals were responsible for supporting these seniors in the class of 2023. I also want to acknowledge all of you who participated in important school activities such as theater, music, art, robotics, multimedia, yearbook, ag and FFA, auto in the pirate garage, ag mechanics, sports medicine, our restaurant culinary program, academic mentoring, and athletics. In athletics this year, 18 of our 23 athletic teams made the CIF playoffs. We had 2 league champions this year in girls water polo and beach volleyball. That's right. As well as 1 CIF title in boys golf Division II team champions. We also have 16 senior scholar athletes who are wearing the Pirate Medallion tonight for graduation, recognizing their achievement of 7 consecutive semesters with a 4.0 or higher, where they played at least 1 varsity sport their senior year and had at least 2 years minimum of consecutive involvement in athletics. Additionally, at least 10 of our seniors will participate in collegiate athletics next year. We also have 2 seniors that are starting their post-secondary careers off by serving our country. Seniors Tabitha Perrigan and Zachary Bennett will be in the Coast Guard. Thank you for representing. Thank you, Tabitha and Zachary, for representing the class of 2023 in service to our nation. I would also like to thank the class of 2023 graduation sponsors. They are Coastal Pacific Transportation, Coast General Contractors, Coast Plumbing, Coast Steel Buildings, Drover's Donuts, El Rancho Market, Johnson Excavation, our PTSA, Sarlus & Sons, and Trattoria Grappolo. All of these folks made this evening possible. Thank you. To this resilient and amazing class of 2023, it has been my honor to serve as your principal this past year. I truly wish that I had more opportunities to get to know more of you. Of those I've come to know, I have thoroughly enjoyed seeing not you only survive, but thrive. I have also immensely enjoyed your sense of humor, your playfulness, your activism, your passion, your articulate voices, and your caring hearts. I will share a few more thoughts later on this evening. At this time, I would like to introduce once again the 2024 Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, Mr. Greg Wolf, who will be joined by Senior Ciri Guerrero.
Good evening, class of 2023. First, let me say congratulations.
Buenas tardes, clase de 2023. Primero quiero decir felicitaciones.
You guys are a special group of students. You began your high school career in the middle of COVID, and you persevered. Not only did you persevere, but you came back stronger. I've seen you utilize your creativity. I've seen you strive for excellence in the classroom and in sports. I've seen you volunteer time to a variety of causes. And most importantly, I've seen you use your voice.
Ustedes son un grupo especial de estudiantes. Comenzaste tu carrera en la escuela secundaria en medio de COVID y perseveraste, no solo perseveraste, sino que regresaste más fuerte. Te he visto utilizar tu creatividad. Te he visto luchar por la excelencia en el salón de la clase y en los deportes. Te he visto ofrecer tu tiempo como voluntario para una variedad de causas. Y, lo más importante, te he visto usar tu voz.
I firmly believe that students deserve a seat at the table when it comes to their education. They have voices that deserve to be heard, and their input should be welcomed when it comes to what they want their school and educational experience to look like. This year, more so than any other year since I joined the faculty in 2014, you have used your voices, and I am incredibly proud of you for that.
Creo firmemente que los estudiantes merecen un asiento en la mesa cuando se trata de su educación. Tienen voces que merecen ser escuchadas y aporte debe ser bienvenido cuando se trata de cómo quieren que sea su escuela y su experiencia. Este año, más que cualquier otro año, desde que me uní a la facultad en 2014, han usado sus voces y estoy increíblemente orgulloso de ti por eso.
I've seen you rise above the partisan divisions that currently characterize our society. I've seen you advocate for each other. I've seen you proactively embracing leadership roles in ASB, the No Place for Hate Student Planning Committee, the PTSA, and a variety of other student clubs and organizations. I've seen you celebrate what is good about your school, and I've seen you ask for better in areas that you feel need to be improved. You've set an example for future classes, and my hope is that that trend will continue. It is for us, the adults, to support all of you as you find your way into adulthood. If we embrace an empowered student body, there's nothing to fear. Having worked on multiple campuses in my time as an educator, I can say without a doubt that there is no student body more deserving of our trust than you, the students of San Ynez High School.
Y estoy increíblemente orgulloso de ti por eso. Te he visto elevarte por encima de las divisiones participadas que actualmente caracterizan a nuestra sociedad. Los he visto abogar el uno por el otro. Te he visto adoptar proactivamente roles de liderazgo en ASB, el Comité de Planificación Estudiantil, No Place for Hate, la PTSA y una variedad de otros clubes, organizaciones estudiantiles. Te he visto celebrar lo bueno de tu escuela y te he visto pedir algo mejor en áreas que sientes que necesitas mejorar. Ha dado un ejemplo para las clases futuras y mi esperanza es que la tendencia continúe. Nos corresponde a nosotros los adultos escuchar a la generación más joven. Nos corresponde a nosotros los adultos apoyarles a todos ustedes mientras encuentran su propio camino hacia la edad adulta. Si adoptamos un cuerpo estudiantil empoderado, no hay que temer. Habiendo trabajado en varios campos en mi tiempo como educador, puedo decir sin duda que no hay ningún cuerpo estudiantil que merezca más nuestra confianza que ustedes, los estudiantes de la San Ynez High School.
The world you're about to head into is wide, and you'll be faced with endless challenges and endless opportunities. My hope for you is this. I hope you pursue your passions. You all have an incredible amount of potential, and I truly hope that each and one of you are able to realize it. I hope that you find ways to make the world better and shape society into what you want it to be. I hope that you never let discouraging voices stand in your way. I hope that you find it in your hearts to take care of us, the adults, because you will soon inherit the responsibility of leading the world. And you are ready. Congratulations, class of 2023. Now go be amazing.
El mundo al que está a punto de adentrarse es amplio y se enfrentarán a un sinfín de desafíos, así como un sinfín de oportunidades. Mi esperanza para ti es esta. Espero que persigas tus pasiones. Espero que encuentres la felicidad y vivas la vida que quieres vivir. Todos ustedes tienen una cantidad increíble de potencial y espero que todos y cada uno de ustedes puedan realizarlo. Espero que encuentren formas de mejorar el mundo y moldear la sociedad como usted quiera que sea. Espero que nunca permite que las voces desalentadores se interpongan en su camino. Espero que encuentren en sus corazones cuidar de nosotros, los adultos, porque pronto heredarán la responsabilidad de liderar el mundo. Felicitaciones, clase de 2023. Ahora, ser increíbles.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Thank you, City. By the way, if you get a chance this evening, you can check out City's boots. They're pretty badass. I just wanted to say that. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Wolf.
Check, check. There we go.
All right, so before you guys leave, I want to play you a song. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, or a smile from a bell? Do you think you can tell? And did they get you to trade your heroes for gold, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cool comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the wall for a leader role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fear. I wish you were here. Thanks, guys. Congratulations.
All right, once again, thank you, Mr. Wolf. When you are the 2024 County Teacher of the Year, it gives you a little gravitas. Well deserved. At this time, I would like to present our first of 3 students who will speak on behalf of the senior class. Please welcome to the podium our first speaker, Ms. L. Arvison.
Hello, good evening, and thank you to everyone gathered here tonight, students, friends, family, and staff, to celebrate the graduating class of 2023. It's hard to believe that this will be the last time that I stand on this field as a student at Santa Ynez High School. I think back to all the memories I've made here, some good, like cheering in the stands at football games, and some not so good, like running the bleacher mile in PE freshman year. All of the memories run together into something I can't deny. I will miss my time here. Throughout my experience as a student here at the high school, theater has been a constant in my life. Every time performance season rolls around without failure, I am always asked the same questions. How do you do it? How do you get up on that stage and perform? Do you get nervous? I'll share a secret with you. First of all, I just do it. Second of all, yes, I get nervous. When I was thinking about what to write for this speech, I kept coming back to the idea that no matter how much we've prepared for the future, it's just going to happen. Like getting up on a stage, all you can do when faced with the future is to have faith in the hard work you've done to get where you are. Will you be nervous? Yes. Will you mess up? Probably. Doesn't the show have to go on? Always. One thing I've learned during my time acting in front of my peers is that I will fail. I have failed over and over and over again. I have forgotten lines. I have embarrassed myself trying to make people laugh, and I've struggled to find myself in the different roles I've portrayed. However, every time I have failed, I've learned from the failure and continue doing what I love to do. I have persevered. I am not alone in this. I applaud every single one of my classmates for their perseverance through one of the most difficult times of our high school experience, and maybe even our lives, the COVID-19 pandemic. Every day became Groundhog Day as we woke up 5 minutes before class started and made the long trek from our beds to our computers, settling in for another seemingly endless day of mind-numbing screen time. Overwhelming feelings of anxiety and fear plagued us while attempting to complete our virtual assignments as the news blared on in the background, reporting tragedy after tragedy. We worried about our grandparents, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, and siblings as the virus became more and more deadly. On top of this, we longed for connection, the social interaction that is so vital to a teenager in these formative years. After what felt like forever, we finally arrived at the end of this dark time, ready to tackle the rest of high school, and we did it. In addition to my peers, I applaud every single one of the teachers at this high school for their unflinching dedication to persevering through the Zoom calls, the non-responses, and the cameras angled toward the ceiling. I applaud family and friends for their unwavering support of both students and staff. Please join me in a round of applause for these monumental acts of perseverance. The class of 2023 is resilient. We have failed, we have persevered, we have succeeded, and we are now here tonight, together, graduating. And now, as we go on to this next stage of our lives, it's time for us to take chances and challenge ourselves to not only learn from our failures, but to use them as we change the world for the better. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. Thank you.
Once again, thank you, L. Arvison. Please help me welcome to the podium our second commencement speaker, Mr. Nathaniel Keating.
I'm going to continue a running theme for tonight and thank all the family, friends, community members, and faculty who came out tonight to support our class. It's a bit of a cliche, but I wasn't originally going to audition to speak today. I'm not wholly a student of this school. I came to the Valley almost 3 years ago, exactly, in the summer before my sophomore year. And I had this lingering idea that it would be better for someone who grew up in the Valley or who had spent their whole life here. Thank you. Or who had spent their whole life here to stand here, because that would provide a more representative view of this place. However, with the help of a few unnamed individuals' encouragement, along with an ample load of guilt tripping, I eventually decided to take the shot and audition, and now I'm here. Curse my bleeding heart. I struggled when first drafting the speech, searching for some neat, clever metaphor or literary device to encompass mine and my peers' time here. But as is often the case with real life, I found that you can't wrap it up in a neat little bow without jeopardizing its complexity. Every individual graduating today, along with everyone who preceded or follows us, has different memories and experiences at this school. Some they may treasure, and some they'd rather forget. But these inform our perspective. And as we move to the next stage of our lives, be it college, trade school, apprenticeship, or military, or any of the countless paths a person can take in their lives, the one thing we take with us is our perspective. In retrospect, I believe that my late arrival, my outside perspective, was one of the most valuable parts of my early time at this school. It made me appreciate what I am now a part of. Everyone at this school, both students and faculty alike, made the transfer as seamless as possible. The students, despite many of them knowing each other since kindergarten and being part of extremely tight-knit social groups, welcomed me with open arms. And the faculty pushed me to pursue higher-level classes, involve myself in clubs, and participate in extracurriculars that, while I had the opportunity to do so before moving here, I lacked the encouragement and drive to pursue. Some of my favorite memories now involve working late with friends in robotics, whispering conspiratorially backstage before the curtain collar drapes a wrap, and just hanging out between classes during periods. None of which would have been possible without the encouragement and acceptance of my peers and teachers, for which I'll always be grateful. While my warm welcome highlights some of the advantages that come with living in such a small community, there are also disadvantages. I've noticed a very common sentiment among many of my yearmates, a desire to escape the valley and experience something new and novel. This place is abundant in good qualities. It has nature, safety, a sense of community, and a strong sense of family. But it is also a bubble, and that can create overexposure and claustrophobia. Sometimes it requires a new environment to spark change, and to provide the opportunity to appreciate what one has always had. My experience as an outsider looking to join a new community pushed me to change and adapt in ways that I never would have otherwise, and made me recognize what I was leaving behind. And it is my hope that my classmates, as we take charge of the coming shifts in our lives, emerge better for them, while also learning to appreciate all that the Valley has given us. We are moving on to a new stage, and while we will all be outsiders this time, that is something valuable. So let's take charge and make the most of it. And as we've settled into our new communities, no matter how near or far they may be, let's find ways to encourage and welcome others just as you have done for me here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Please help me welcome to the podium our third and final commencement speaker, Mateos Demanes.
This thing working? Good. So, is this it? Have we finally closed this chapter of our lives for good? Some may see it that way, that our childhoods have come to an end, that our closest friends, strongest memories, most touching moments have all built up to this point, where now one could say we're making a leap of faith. We're jumping from a place of safety and routine and people that have been with us for practically our entire lives into a world that demands that you become an adult and take the reins. And in this jump is the finale to everything that came before. Let's take a step back and look at our lives as a whole. From our time spent learning multiplication tables, doing spelling tests in elementary school, to messing around during PE and recess in middle school, and the past 4 years of high school, of waking up at 7 a.m. every morning, or 7:57 during COVID, of going to football games with our best friends, of late nights doing homework, and even later nights applying for jobs into colleges. The best times and the worst times of your lives, my highest highs and lowest lows, they're all behind us, kept alive only in embarrassing memories and in full camera rolls. It's easy to be overwhelmed by this, the realization that the things we've done, the choices we've made, the incredible successes and the most gut-wrenching regrets, that it's all locked in the past. And it's good that it moves a couple of us to laugh a little, smile a little, maybe even cry a little, or a lot, to react to the unwavering facts of life. Now, I could tell you the whole shtick, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, and yada, 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 but that's not why I wrote this speech. I wrote this speech because while some people see this as some grand milestone in our lives, I don't see it that way at all, and never have. Just as you moved from elementary school to middle school, from middle school to high school, making new friends in new environments, rising to meet challenging personal and academic goals, you do the same now. Except now, it comes with a catch. It's no longer a structured experience with curfews and house rules, and running into familiar faces in El Rancho. Today signals a day when the people you meet, the plans you make, and the places you go are left in your hands and yours alone. High school has ended, sure, but in the grand scheme of things, what we're celebrating here isn't really an ending. More than that, it's a continuation, the continuation of our lives into the necessary next stage. We're not just in the span of days and months, but in the decades to come following our graduation, the decisions we make will determine the careers we have, the things we cherish, and the relationships that complete our hearts. So is this it? Is this the end of a chapter of our lives? Some may see it that way, but I've always hated that analogy. The rest of your life isn't like a book, and the next few chapters aren't written down for you anywhere. I prefer to think that in this leap of faith, we are not just taking a step, but rather after 12 years of learning how to fly, are finally putting our wings to use. Class of 2023, after we jump, be overwhelmed. Laugh and cry, and embrace the free fall as you soar through the clouds, and sometimes fall through them. Don't worry about where you started. We've got what we need, and our flight has only just begun. Congratulations, Pirates, and for the last time, this is Mateo Demanius signing off as your senior class president.
Thank you, Mateos. At this time, I would like to once again welcome to the stage our Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, Mr. Greg Wolf. He will be recognizing the graduates of the highest honors. These students have all earned a GPA between 4.0 and above for 7 semesters. They represent the top 33 of this graduating class. These graduates are identified in the program with their name in bold lettering and are wearing gold stoles in today's ceremony to symbolize their hard work and commitment to their academics.
All right. It is my pleasure to present the graduates with highest honors. So graduates, as your name is called, please stand and remain standing. And we'd appreciate if the audience could hold applause until all the students are standing so their names can be heard. So here we go. Catherine Allen. Hannah Allen. Elle Arvison. Tyler Berkeley. Caleb Cassidy. Aiden Cintron. Mateos Demanius. Jackson Dragonette. Nicholas Fieldhouse. Kevin Garcia. Luke Gildred. Jasmine Gonzalez Salinas. Ava Hamui. Nicholas Hansen. Weston Hinrichs. Owen Hirth. Madison Judy. Zoe Kazali. Nathaniel Keating. Landon Lasan. Jonas Levine. Allison Lemaine. Lily Maza. Sophia Monsalud. Lisbeth Ortiz Lopez. Gianna Pachile. Dylan Peters. Vanessa Ruiz. Brielle Sarlus. Emma Sell. Cole Swain. Diego Torres. And last but not least, my boy, Rye Winans. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause in honor of these 33 graduates with highest honors.
All right, everybody, these are NEHOF's final words out. Before I begin, I'd like to once again thank our students, faculty, staff, parents, community for supporting our class of 2023. It's inspiring and important to see us come together for a united cause. Tonight, I'd like to share a few words that I believe not only represent an important message for our graduates, but hopefully one for our audience as well. And by the way, there'll be a participation opportunity, so hold on. Ever since I became an educator over 30 years ago, I have all too often heard adults speak ill of students. In some cases, it was fellow colleagues or peers. In other cases, it was adults in any given community or in the media. For example, I have heard too many times how young people are lazy, but more of those in a minute. Indeed, over the last several years, I have really been paying close attention to how many members of the adult community generally speak about young people. And sadly, it's not always very flattering. It almost seems like each generation misrepresents or misunderstands the next generation. It almost seems like an adult rite of passage sometimes for some in each generation to denigrate the upcoming generation. It's not only a pattern that repeats, but it almost seems to be an obligation. I know my dad did it about myself and my peers at times, and I can guarantee that his dad did it about him as well. As an educator, as well as a citizen, this has always bothered me. I have often heard criticism of their music, their dress, technology, or language. Before I continue, I want to ask our graduates to join me in dispelling some of these negative myths. Seniors and audience, you can join in too. I'm going to say a couple statements, and then I'm going to say I want to tell you that I disagree. After I say I want to tell you that I disagree, I hope you guys join in and say we disagree too. What do you guys think? I appreciate you humoring me, if anything. Okay, here's our practice run. I have heard too many adults call today's young people lazy. I want to tell you that I disagree. Again, the shout out is we disagree too. Audience, you guys can join in. I have heard too many adults call today's young people unmotivated. I want to tell you that I disagree. I love it. I have heard too many adults call today's young people sometimes selfish. I want to tell you that I disagree. Finally, I have heard too many adults call today's young people irresponsible. I want to tell you that I disagree. Thank you guys, love it. As a lifelong educator and student advocate, I'm here to dispel and refutate this notion that young people are anything less than their parents or grandparents. Indeed, I actually think each generation gets better, not worse. When I graduated from high school in the 80s, I had never heard about or witnessed a peer of mine volunteering to do community service or helping the community. It would have been a foreign suggestion. Now I watch as hundreds of students volunteer, support various causes, speak up for others, create charity events, start new charitable organizations, raise money and awareness, and a whole lot more. And that's just the beginning. I now have seen young people own their own companies, become activists, become community leaders, and truly impact their environments. They have their own websites, their own blogs, their own recording studios, and nonprofit groups. If you look closely, you could be and should be amazed at what young people are doing. They are presenting, creating, and communicating at levels that my generation never touched at that age, or maybe any age. In addition to exercising what seems to be our generational duty, I think we often say and do these things because we don't understand young people, and maybe we don't want to. Older folks see things they don't understand and then criticize, minimize, and even ostracize. We remember things one way, and anything that deviates from that self-established norm is bad. We then attach this to all they do and simply say things in terms like no work ethic. This is not a human challenge limited to age or generational difference. We often do this about anything that is different in people than ourselves, race, religion, politics. Meanwhile, what we do to fight this tendency, how do we fight this tendency or typical generational behavior? Well, if you're an educator, I think it's one's duty to fight for young people and always find the best in each of them. If you work with them, it shouldn't be too hard to do that. Not only find it, but promote it, celebrate it, and appreciate it. And for those of you not fortunate enough to work with young people, you may need to reconsider or take a closer look. Not only are our young people our future leaders, they are leading earlier and better all the time. Whether you're an educator or bystander, check yourself. 1, make sure you're not falling prey to the generational tendency to criticize the younger generation. 2, make sure you're not putting down anything because of something we just don't understand. Our young people and students deserve our respect and trust. If we don't demonstrate our faith in them, we could be limiting them in so many ways. Believing in students is fundamental to their development. Don't believe the hype. They have work ethic and a whole lot more. Every time I put young people to a test, they not only met my expectations, but far exceeded them. I'm well aware that young people have many challenges today. That's not a new issue. Maybe some of the challenges are new or more intense, but many are also part of being young. At the same time, most of us will also acknowledge that young people have tremendous resilience. We all know dozens of students who, despite all odds against them, not only survive, but thrive. So class of 2023, what do I have to leave you with today and beyond? Well, I could challenge you to be successful, but I think you got that already. I could challenge you to help and care for others, but I think you've got that. I could challenge you to take interest in your community and work to improve it, but again, I think you've got that. I could challenge you to chase your dreams and passions, but I think you've got that. I could challenge you to focus on your family, friendships, and relationships, but I think you've got that as well. I could challenge you to change the world, but I already think you're going to do that one too. But what I really want to challenge you to do is dedicate the rest of your life to staying young. Please don't forget how. Don't become one of those adults who unnecessarily criticizes younger people. When your kids come home, work to embrace their music, their clothes, their technology, their language, or at least spend time trying to understand it. When you're at work, the store, the coffee shop, or wherever, don't let your peers or others put the younger generation down. They might be different, but they're not worse. Indeed, they are often more than likely better. Take an oath to yourself and to all of us right now, whether there's a parent, educator, employer, community member, or bystander, let's defend all young people whenever we can. Class of 2023, congratulations. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite, we're getting to the big time here, folks. Winding down. I'd like to invite our superintendent, Andrew Schwab, to the podium. Mr. Schwab, I'm very proud to give you the San Ynez Valley Union High School graduating class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Newhoff. Congratulations to each of our graduates and their families on achieving this moment. I wish each of you all the best. Go make us proud. We now arrive at the moment that has brought us all together here today, the presentation of the graduating class of 2023. I would like to ask San Ynez Valley Union High School District Board President, Mr. Chris Johnson, to join me on the platform. Mr. Johnson, as the superintendent, I hereby certify that the candidates for graduation seated here before us have met the requirements and specifications mandated by the state of California, the Board of Education, and the San Ynez Valley Union High School District, and have earned and are entitled to all of the rights and privileges associated with a diploma from San Ynez Valley Union High School. It is with a great deal of pride that I present to you the class of 2023.
Thank you, Andrew. On behalf of the San Ynez Valley Union High School District Board of Education, I accept and hereby enter into the role of official graduates of San Ynez Valley Union High School, the members of the class of 2023. Congratulations, everybody.
At this time, I would like to now invite the members of the Board of Education to join me on stage for the presentation of the diplomas. Board members and administration, please take your places for the awarding of the diplomas.
Natalia Contreras. Aiden Tapia Palacios. Seth Ruiz. Bradley Alexander. Nolan Oslin Pastorena. Aiden Cintron. Mason Murphy. Isaac Moran. Aiden Scott. Abaday Gallardo. Vanessa Ruiz. Alondra Guerra. Natalie Atiri Guerrero. Jason Figueroa Luna. Luis Marco Perez Uribe. Kevin Margarito Lopez. Carlos Villa Zarate. Pedro Ramirez. Jonas Levine. Weston Hendricks. Tyler Berkeley. Stone Wright. Bennett Lude. Caleb Neary. Jasmine Gonzalez Salinas. Lily Callens. Ava Lagaman. Anthony Orozco. Summer Beza. Sloan Bryson. Nayeli Villa. Vanessa Soto de Leon. James Lee Petershick. Sophia Montalud. Alondra Zambrano. Marisol Alejandre. Gabriela Rodriguez. Carlos Alberto Rodriguez. Alberto Jose Jimenez. Samantha Aguayo. Audra Ordaz. Luis Rubio Mestes. Jason Placencia Lopez. Maya Alvarado. Esmeralda Aragon. Andrea Zoreke Zoranga. Alejandra Barbosa. Junior Jimenez. Rodrigo Juarez Angel. Emily Flores Robles. Alondra Ramirez Lomale. Ava Hamaway. Brielle Carlos. Allison Lenine. Gianna Pechile. Emma Sell. Sienna Sherlin. Mary Young. Roy Winans. Ivan Guerrero. Marco Andalón. Delfina Jimenez Zarate. Jada Henry. Sophia Curtis. Cesar Enriquez. David Mancia. Mario de la González de la Cruz. William McNamara. Anthony Hasso. Paola Coronado. Tyler Koopmans. Chelsea Garcia. Nicholas Hansen. Tyler Rose. Lulu Flesher. Ainsley Foxhurst. Sydney Gills. Tabitha Perrigan. Kevin Garcia. Lisbeth Ortiz Lopez. Elizabeth Naomi Montaño Rodríguez. Daniela Cepeda Valdés. Lourdes Pérez. Samuel Gómez. Reese Heichberger. Elijah Duckworth. Daniel Andalon. Simona Guilo. Natalie Rogel Delgado. Cairo Acker. Charlie Bogus.
Kristen Lake. McKenna Smith. Justin Amazon. Alexis Malo. Jose Gonzalez. Eric Margolejo. Andrew Davies. Madison Judy. Errol Arvison. Vera Seek. Corey Johnson. Grace Munoz. Gabriela Robles. Chase Sylvia. Zachary Bennett. Brandon Lassan. Diego Torres. Rick Gilbert. Caleb Cassidy. Samuel Baca. Jackson St. Dennis. Dylan Peters. Jackson Dagonet. Jackson Oliver. Nicholas Fieldhouse. Alex Keener. Nathaniel Keaton. Cole Snodgrass. Cole Swain. Matias Demanias.
Kogan. Sean Servitsman. Giovanni Alvarez. Maximiliano Romero Guzman. Alex de la Cruz Perez. Isaiah Castro. Owen Hurth. Carl Mann. Angel Holtman. Osvaldo Padilla. Diego Coracero. Sean Montejano. Dominic Soto. Thomas Callahan. Joaquin Papas. Gabriel Macias. Abby Hemming. Lily Barnes. Hazel Tagling Colgate. Nia Asensio. Emily Rodriguez. Elliot Hall Stevens. And Zoe Casale. At this time, if we do have any active military here this evening, especially if you're in uniform, I'd love you to come down the field first. Once again, if we have any active military, especially if you are in uniform tonight, please come down and join us in the field first. Family and friends, you guys will be down on the field here in just a few seconds as well. Graduates, are you guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly introduce to you the San Ynez Valley Union High School graduating class, the class of 2023. Graduates. You may turn your tassels. Congratulations!